Some topics in this podcast may be sensitive subjects.
We're going?
We're ready when you are.
Okay, can't wait.
Dude.
What episode are we on?
5.
Okay.
5 already. It's an anniversary, guys.
Right, ready?
No.
Ready.
Welcome back to episode 4 of the Alone Together podcast. As always, you'll be joined by myself, Will, Lennon and Isaac. Today we'll be discussing the effects and morality of physical abuse, what music we've been listening to, and the ethical debate of altering genetic code. There we go, boys. We're here. We're in real life.
We are in real life.
We're not on a Zoom call.
It's pretty epic.
It's pretty scary.
We're
I'm not gonna
feeling
lie.
fruity. I'm a bit scared actually. Though.
It feels a lot different.
Isn't it?
No, we're all...
And we've got one mic.
Yeah, we have got one mic, so it might sound a little different.
Still an extra mic than Isaac.
Dude, it's hard with an iPad.
No.
Yeah, Isaac's got nowhere to plug a mic in,
Innit?
so...
You're a
Have
joker.
to- With all the ads we're getting, we're going to have to get away.
Innit, man?
Get a Bluetooth one.
We do have a lot of viewers, though.
Exactly. When Raid Shadow Legends call us up, you know, we'll be getting Isaac the laptop.
Dollar Shave Club, mate.
Get the everything. What's that one called? It's like Harry's for easy shaving.
Yeah, that one for your
back.
balls, so you don't cut yourself. You seen that one?
No.
There's one where you can shave your balls right, you're cutting your bollocks open, because that'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
I've never shaved my balls in my life.
Yeah, not with a razor, because fuck that shit, no, cut your bollocks open.
I've used scissors, but it's
It'll all be coming
too
out.
scary.
wouldn't
It's too
And
scary.
it is scary,
I'll
to
be
be
more-
fair. Imagine if you just chopped it off. Imagine if you just chopped your balls off, that'd be fuck that.
Get edge trimmers out.
Yeah.
Straight
Do you
out.
reckon you could do it in one foul swoop? Just a
Yeah, pretty fucking. The amount of blood loss, you'd pass out and you'd be fucking dead on
Yeah, I
the
know,
floor
but
with
I'm
no
just saying,
balls.
do you reckon you could physically do it in just one chop?
That thing that fucking Lou sent to chat. If you twist someone's bollocks, if you don't untwist it within like, I think it's like a certain amount of time.
What the fuck you been watching, man?
You know, if you don't follow the account, it said like a thing where you twist your bollocks, and if you don't get untwisted, the blood supply stops and your bollock goes black, and it can cause infections and it can kill you.
You follow some weird accounts, man. Well, that lol pickup lines.
Nature is scary.
Why does he follow that? Fucking
Fuck
shit, that account.
It's
honestly.
that I don't know. It's called. It's the one that you said you were gonna follow, and it was like, oh, top.
Fruitpler.
Yeah,
Fruitless
Fruitpler.
shit, man.
Oh, dear.
Innit?
That's
No.
a shambles.
You know that one.
Right, anyway.
Let's-
Talking, getting your bollocks chopped off. Let's talk Johnny Depp, boys.
It's in the
Alright.
news. We're hopping on the trends.
Exactly.
We're talking Johnny Depp and Amber...
The woman from Aquaman, Amber Heard.
Something like that.
So,
Nasty
so with an
bitch.
H. I think we can all agree she is a nasty bitch.
What the hell is going on with that?
Right, so it's been like, this thing's been going on for years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think
This
so.
whole thing of
Well, they're
she's,
divorced, aren't they?
yeah, but she's been accusing him for years that he has been physically abusing her. Then apparently it's come out that she's actually, the whole time it's been her being
Yeah.
fucking beating shit out of him and stuff.
She's
Didn't she chop a bit of his finger off or something?
They're in an argument, and she like chucks something, and it sucks up his finger off.
Bloody hell. I'd be right mad, me.
Dude, my finger.
You know, I wouldn't be having that. That's fuck, man. But no. What do we think about it, boys?
There's so many... I don't know. Sometimes it feels like the media's portraying Johnny Depp as the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like mixed, what I'm seeing. Because if you do actually read into it, you'll see that Amber Heard is clearly the abuser.
Yeah.
She's trying to get some cash from it or
Pretty
whatever.
much.
It's a cash grab. But then you do get some news sources that are... like the headlines, you see the headline and you think, oh, Johnny Depp's done some nasty shit
I
too.
don't think it's.
Yeah.
But it's like that with most things now in the news. You have got to read
Yeah.
into the actual article.
The whole point of the media is just to get clicks, really, nowadays, isn't
exactly.
it? So they're always going to put on a big title that, you know, get your clicks, and then they'll actually talk about the actual stuff that's happening. But what are we thinking about? She's just not really getting any punishment, is she, for, like, I don't even know. How has it come out that she's being the abuser?
She's like the witness, apparently, because I saw this. I was watching this morning.
Right, no, fair play.
This
We'll
morning,
just go
I was
field
watching
my life.
this morning. It were other two, that Ruth and.
Oh, Ruth and
Amy.
Amy, no.
Yeah, and it was something on there before Loose Women, and it was like.
Stayed for that as well, did you?
Yeah, I love it, Loose Women, mate. It were like where she was. It was they got some guy on, and it was like she's saying this massive statement outside the courthouse, but she's meant to be a witness. And like he said, he's never seen like anything like it, where the witness has made such a out there statement when it's just like not true.
Damn.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, not true, but you know what I mean.
Wait, hang on. She's made the statement against Johnny Depp, saying he's the abuser, or that she's seen his wife hit him.
I think it's a bit of both. I don't know. It's something. He was just outside of the house, and then she was just like, saying a statement. It's like I'd hate talking about the public with like into the public about my marriage with me and Johnny or what have you, and she's like speaking like she's this massive victim. And he's just and then they're all just booing her after because obviously they all realise it's bullshit.
Well, you seen that whole thing about all his ex-wives and ex-girlfriends have come out on Twitter and said like he's never, never like Winona Ryder from Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
They used to, don't know if they were married, but they were at least together. And she said like he's one of the nicest people she's ever met and all that.
Yeah.
So just seems like bullshit from her end, doesn't it? But then it's just the whole debate of like why is there no punishment for her if she's like fucking chopped his finger off?
There's been like video evidence of as well of like some of the accusations she's made of him hitting her when he's just smashing up the kitchen.
Yeah.
but then that leads to the point that obviously he's had some serious drug and alcohol addiction problems which have influenced this behaviour.
Exactly.
But did he hit her?
If he's not hitting her, then he's not committing a crime, is he?
He's just wrecking his gaff.
And if she's actually hitting him, just because it's a woman hitting a man, you know.
Well, it's only been recently that like women have been like for like false accusations like rape and that, where they've only been actually started getting properly done for it.
Right. The thing is, it's always been illegal to falsely accuse someone of rape or physical abuse or whatever. It's just there's like not been a lot of. There's just not been a lot of action on it because realistically, physical abuse and like rape are like how hard is that to. It's so hard to know who's lying and who's telling the truth, isn't it? Because it happens between two people, and obviously both parties are probably going to say, "No, I didn't."
It's just yours that work against
exactly,
etc.
So it's just like, and even if a rape case it gets found out, you know, quotation marks that they were lying, you can't 100% be sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh great, you've got a better lawyer. Do you know what I mean? So it's a tricky situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. Reminds me of the Kasabian situation. With the lead singer Tom Meighan, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Meighan, whatever. Who gives a?
He has recently been. Well, he got kicked out of the band, didn't he? They posted a statement on social media saying that.
They don't condone it.
So they didn't exactly put it straight the first time, did they? They just put personal.
I think
it was something to do with. They wanted him to confess and then he didn't, and then he went to the court and confessed it and then they announced it.
Yeah, no, but then I think it's a bit like deceiving that the day before they said nothing about it. They were just like due to personal reasons.
Yeah, because if you've seen interviews with Tom Meighan, you probably know about his like mental illnesses. Mental illnesses with like depression and alcoholism and stuff like that. So the first thing I thought when I saw that statement from Kasabian was he's going through some bad times, like with his depression. But then, literally the day after, it came out that I think it was his wife or his partner.
I think it was his fiance, but not anymore, like ex-fiance. I think
that he'd physically abused her. So that was a little bit shocking.
The thing is, I don't get why they put out a statement about him leaving the band the day before he confessed it anyway. Why did they not just wait?
Yeah, true.
That feels weird they didn't. I feel like they didn't know he was going to confess, but if they knew he was going to court, etc., surely. I don't know. I felt the whole thing was a bit weird to me, and it just felt like a bit like deceiving to like fans and stuff. But
yeah, and then Tom Meighan released a statement as well on his Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
That
has he been diagnosed with autism?
No, it's ADHD.
ADHD, yeah.
Oh, isn't that like a part of it?
It's like it's like where you can't
concentrate.
Yeah.
I guess there's loads.
I know, but still can't concentrate.
Yeah.
Concentrate on it in his wife, didn't he?
In his statement, he said that him and his wife or fiance or whatever are actually working together to become I guess.
And it's strong.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. That really surprised me.
Isn't it?
That she would want to, even if it is a one-time thing, in quotation marks,
Yeah.
and that he regrets it massively, it's still like having that trust
Isn't it?
to get back with him. I don't know.
Like, what would you do if it were other way around? And it were you. If you been hit by your missus or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then, see, you're laughing, but like,
Yeah,
there's not a lot about like people. I feel like people laugh when they're like, "Oh yeah, my wife, it's me." Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'm laughing because it's just so like, you can't imagine that happening. It's just like disbelief.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but it just needs to be more normalised, doesn't it? But if it were other way around, I don't know. I just don't think. Why would you forgive someone for like hitting you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They've obviously like these jokey ones. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there's a joke in it, but obviously he's not gone to court
No.
because he's joking.
no,
with it.
yeah, I know. I mean, in like if you put it in my like hands, there's jokey, and then there's like anger, and then smacking him, cleaning chops. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
There's a very big difference.
But nah, if that were me and it were other way around, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to work through that
And not unless he left it for a very long time.
and like actually improved as a person.
Yeah, because I think he said he went to rehab, so I can't remember how long ago this actually happened.
Yeah.
But no, apparently he's back on his feet and they're going for it.
Yeah.
Band must have not known about it.
Yeah. Do you think it were a right idea to get him out of the band?
Yes, because it would have been extremely bad publicity if they'd have gone, yeah, it's his wife, but we're keeping him in.
Exactly. And still, if it was a normal job, would you be fired? I guess you technically have a criminal record, don't you?
Yeah.
He's technically a criminal, so I guess you probably would lose
Yeah.
your job.
It
So.
depends on your job, maybe. I guess because obviously if you worked in police or something, you're gonna lose your job. If you work like in
Yeah, but if you have like an
I don't
office
think
job
it
and you've got,
matters.
like, you can't get a job with a criminal record, really,
No.
can you? Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
really
a-
hard
yeah,
for
it's a good
ex-offenders to
point.
get another job. So if it was talking in real like job like office work, surely you'd be fired from that. So fair play. But does he really need the money anyway? Do you know what I mean?
Do we think he's gonna be let back into the band? Do you think he'll want to?
Do you know what? I reckon if he has to, in a year or two, they definitely let him back. I don't know if it's the right idea, to be fair.
I don't think.
I think pay the consequences.
So I know that they're working on new music, or they were, whatever.
album, so
So that will have made things, that would have set him back quite a lot. Obviously, Serge, their lead guitarist, I think.
Yeah.
He sings quite a lot already in the band, so he'll probably take over on vocals for now.
Yeah.
I do think they'll let him back in,
I don't.
but like you say, I don't know if it is the right decision because people are still going to be angry about it, no matter when it is that he joins back.
In it, but with such a big band, and like he was the lead person in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
I
a fun
reckon. I think there's a big possibility he will come back.
I don't think he will.
Why
Why
not?
don't you think?
Because obviously the band said it's completely unacceptable, and like they made action straight away to get rid of him.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, are they doing that because they think it's wrong that is it his wife, or are they doing that because they don't want the bad publicity for the band? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyone would say that.
but I mean, like, I just don't think I can't see it that they're just like, oh, it's fine now.
Yeah, but
You know
like
what I mean?
when the shitstorm dies down of like, oh yeah, he used to hit his wife a bit ago, but he's he's been to rehab for a few years. He's all right now.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Sabian are gonna care as a group?
You know what I find funny is, can you imagine if he actually they just put a full stop to it and say no, you're not getting back in. Just like, what's he gonna do for a living? Like, can you imagine going to Tesco's and just seeing him packing shelves?
You fucking stay away from me, mate.
Yeah, I'm
Walk
not.
past it. Whoa, easy with that hand. There.
But it's like, I don't know. Would he have a criminal record?
I mean, technically, he should have a
Yeah.
I think he should anyway.
Yeah,
But
well,
is he going to be strapped for cash really, or do you reckon?
I'm not sure because
I mean, it depends if he splashed it.
Sabian haven't had like a big hitter since 2008. Maybe.
Yeah, but surely he still make proceeds from every time any Kasabian songs on the radio.
You've got to think about it though. With royalties, it's still going to be split between five
everyone,
of them, I
and
think.
probably more than that.
You in Love for a Psycho were a pretty big banger.
How old was
yeah,
that?
but you think it's a banger.
No, I mean
It's
compared.
about royalties.
I know that. I mean, like,
No, but
obviously,
how old-
your fires.
how old was that?
That's 2 years.
2016.
16? Fucking hell, that's ages ago.
Yeah.
It was 16.
17.
Yeah, and then again, well, has he been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
drugs and that, or is?
He might have packed it in,
It's probably.
But if he
Still.
is, you waste a lot of fucking money on coke and stuff.
If he's
There.
going
alcohol
rehab,
as well.
exactly.
To be honest.
Yeah, he's been.
Guessing he lives somewhere nice as well.
Yeah, he'd definitely have a very nice house, won't he? Does he
You
have
know.
kids?
No.
Are you sure? Because I have a feeling that I've heard a story about the kid rang up to say that he was
Oh.
hitting the mum, and I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's Tom Meighan or someone else.
I think
No,
that
I
I think that was something else. But I have heard what you're on about.
I think it's Tom Meighan, you
Shall I have a
know.
look?
Have a Google. I mean, if it is the kid, maybe working things through because they've got kids, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, true.
If that's the case, do you know,
And then like back to the thing with the media, the fact that they've come out with a statement that they're working together to try and become a stronger couple, that kind of dampens the fact that he's hit her.
yeah, innit?
Like, I'm not saying it's fine, but you kind of get that impression when people say, "Oh yeah, they are back together."
Yeah,
Um,
but it's like, he's still hit her.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has a daughter.
Did she? I've just got a
His
feeling.
former girlfriend.
Ah.
Yeah, did she ring up?
No clue.
Well,
Possibly.
I've possibly heard that somewhere. I thought I had, but I mean, if not, it's still weird, isn't it? But
Yeah, that's a bit
the whole thing's just a bit shit, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I know.
Used to be this way.
Okay, now we're going to be talking about the music we've suggested to each other. So, Isaac, you can go first. Tell us a bit about your suggestion.
I suggested Demon Days by Gorillaz. Come out in 2005, so it's quite old now. It's got the well-known banger Feel Good Incon.
Feel good.
That was not planned.
I don't know. Most people have heard it play GTA. It's on non-stop Pop FM.
Oh, yeah.
Banger.
What, Feel Good Inks on Non-Stop Pop?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know that game where you have to, like, you know Beat Saber, where you have them
Yeah.
lightsabers, right? Fucking Midnight City's on it. I really want to go on that. Non-Stop Pop FM, fucking Midnight City, when you're fucking riding into the Grand Sonora Desert. Fucking, that's sick. Anyway,
Yeah.
carry on, mate.
I forgot what I was going to say now. 'Cause,
Alright, it's fine. I'll give my opinion on it.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
So, straight off the bat, the first, 4 songs, I just didn't get along with. That's not including the intro, by the way.
They were a bit dreary,
That
weren't
was
they?
shit too. I don't know. The first proper song that actually I thought was alright was actually "Feel Good Inc." I
Feel
think.
good. Ozzy, you want to do it?
We'll do it all together. 3, 2, 1.
Feel good.
Alright.
Don't cut that bit out.
No,
No.
I'm
Keep
leaving
it
that.
down.
Yeah. So that was the first song that I actually thought. Yeah. Obviously, everyone's heard it before, but that was the song that kicked the album off for me. Then we go into it's like L.
Mariana, I think.
No, I'm not
Mariana.
sure.
Some Mexican shit.
I've actually got some notes on my phone, so I'll.
Oh yeah, while he's looking at his notes, I've only listened to him, the albums once each, and I won't even call it a listen then. But you know,
So Will's just going to be chiming in.
so
when
I'll
he
just
feels
chime
like
in.
it.
Like anytime they say I feel good, I'll go feel good if you want. But yeah, nobody could actually name their album when we were writing them down. A bit ago, so-
I could name mine.
yeah.
Demon Days are easy to remember.
Demon Days by who? The Monkeys.
Oh,
Oh, they're banging to be fair.
all right.
Oh,
Um,
I got that email.
Another track that came 2 songs after that. November Has Come. I really liked it because it's got MF Doom in it, who is a rapper.
Who was he?
You don't know who MF Doom is?
Tell me something he did.
Oh well, you don't know him then.
Well, tell me something he did, and I might sing it along.
No, you won't. You won't know it.
Who do Ace of Spades?
Has he done
Oh,
anything
man.
with XXX Tentacion? It's my favourite artist. Or Juice WRLD.
No, another song, right? Dare. It's got Shawn Ryder in it, and I never knew. I actually never knew it was by Gorillaz.
Music video's banging for that. You just have him fucking wired up to floor with his big bald head just in the lit room.
Oh yeah, I was watching a Strokes music video the other day, right? It's very weird. They're playing and they just start drowning in ink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's,
You Only Live Once.
That is weird. That.
right, cool.
It's weird though, isn't it?
Then he puts
I didn't
on
like it
that.
when his drumsticks up and everything, and
Yeah.
then everything's going, and then he has
Yeah.
his hand up at the end.
That must have taken a while to film that. Imagine
Oh,
if
yeah.
they didn't get it first try.
No, but is it real?
Yeah.
Obviously.
How would they not drown?
No, they've
It's
got
fucking deep. It's the whole room.
got rebreathers on GTA.
No.
Bad Boy.
I'm not being. How did they film that?
Well, the
You only live once, don't you? You just hold your breath.
oh yeah,
Hold your
good
breath.
point.
Do you reckon that's the whole point of the song?
I'm
They
not sure, mate.
just
They made that whole song just for the music video.
Back to the review.
Oh yeah.
I am not too keen on Damon Albarn's voice, who is the singer of Blur too, most famously. Famously? Yeah.
But it's what I'm saying. Blur or Oasis.
Oasis any day. Blur's just a bit
Nah,
shit.
mate. What are you on about? You always say Blur is sick. I
No,
think
Blur are
I
Blur
don't
are
like
good. I do rate Blur, but they're not
From
Oasis.
South, aren't they as well?
Ugh.
Boring.
I know, I just don't like, there's something about his voice that I don't like. It's a bit stale.
And
I
it is
don't
a
know,
bit.
it just gets
It's
a bit
like.
boring.
I mean, I'd say if right, taking it away from Oasis, because if you compare Blur and Oasis, you say their voice always sounds the same. Yeah, so does Liam Gallagher's. But
Yeah.
but if we're just talking about Blur, I know what you mean. It's a bit like one key,
Yeah.
just like.
Especially in Gorillaz, I think, I don't know, the vocal melodies don't really stretch too much. It's kind of like mono pitch, but
To be fair, I wanted to introduce you to Gorillaz because I was trying to find. Oh, Gorillaz, not the Gorillaz, sorry. I was I was looking on for albums, and the new one is it's quite different. So I was can't give you that because it's not really like that.
Is that the one with Slow Tie on one of the songs, or is that not come out yet?
Oh wait, that hasn't come out. That's the song issue.
Oh right.
So New Killer's album out.
Not yet. It's not in August.
How's it still not out? What are they fucking doing to it?
They had to delay it because they were going to do something in the studio, I think, and then they couldn't.
Yeah.
So now they're just.
Shitheads.
I am giving this album a 6.5,
That's fair.
which is actually pretty.
I'll take
Because I tell you, when you get over the hump of the first few songs, it's a nice listen. I think.
Yes.
The bass lines are really groovy and funky. The drums are like, all the instruments come together, quite nice. But Damon Albarn just pisses me off.
Well, I won't give it a ranking, but Feel Good Inc. Good song, innit?
Feel good. It does make you feel good.
Exactly. Especially when you're flying around
To be fair,
in your car.
I only realised when I listened to it 3 years ago. I remember listening to it, and it's he's just the little bass thing, and then it goes feel good in between. I didn't think he was saying feel good. He was going just like that. Yeah, I didn't realise.
Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah, I was just thought it was like that, and I listened to it. I was like, oh shit, he's saying feel good. I didn't even know that.
What a dickhead.
Do we want to go on to yours, Will?
Alright, yeah.
Introduce your album to us.
So, it's called Nothing Happens. It's by the Wallows, Who knows who the Wallows are? Not many people. But technically, they've got quite a big fan base coming in now, don't they?
3 million listeners.
Exactly.
On Spotify.
But that's come out of nowhere, I
Monthly.
swear.
It has
Anyway,
to,
if you've ever seen the hit teen drama, 13 Reasons
Oh
Why,
my God.
main guy in that's the singer, isn't he? But he's not always a singer. Did you not know that?
No.
He's called Dylan Minette or something.
See, you look familiar.
Dylan Millette or Minette or something, yeah? It's because he's dyed his hair every shade under the sun, right? But he's the main guy off 13 Reasons Why.
Well, I've never watched it, to be fair.
Oh, right, well, it's him anyway.
But yeah, what kind of genre are they? They're kind of
it's hard
indie
to,
pop.
indie alternative pop, all
Yeah.
them shit all together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was kind of cool, because it wasn't one vibe. It was kind of just fuck
Okay.
it, we're making songs.
Well, I'll say my piece.
Go for it, mate.
So, one thing I noticed throughout the whole album is the transitions into the next song.
Yeah.
They are sneaky. When I listened to the first song, didn't realise it was on the next one.
There you go,
Because
mate.
they just blended it in.
Yeah.
It also happens between, I think the second to last and the last song. Remember When, probably my favourite song on there. That's gone straight on the playlist. The
There you
ultimate
go,
playlist. But probably the lowest point on that album is I'm not a fan of Worlds Apart.
No. Yeah,
And-
I won't deny there's definitely some weak songs on there.
Another thing was, I think the last song, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I
But
don't even think
it is way too long.
Yeah, I know.
It's like 6 minutes.
Let's have a look. It's fucking hell. Yeah, 6.5
Do not
minutes.
wait.
Yeah, I know. When I was listening to that in the shower the other day, I was thinking, fucking hell, man,
Yeah.
let's get it over with.
Feel like a ballad kind of thing as well.
Yeah, I feel like the most strong part of the album is the middle.
The middle,
part.
definitely.
I'd say 3 to 9 maybe is kind of strong.
Yeah.
10, 11 a bit meh. But for a 39-minute album,
Yes.
it provides quite a lot of bangers. To be
I
fair.
did like the summer vibe. I say this about every album
Yeah,
we've
no,
selected.
but, it is.
But no,
it's
it is
good.
nice.
Yeah, it does have the summer vibe.
But that's probably because I'm really into the kind of indie pop.
Yeah.
happy tunes, energetic. I do like that
Innit?
a lot. So I am giving it a 6.5. Another 6.5. Two
Fair
in one
play.
episode.
We'll take the 6.5 any day of the week.
Isaac, what are you saying?
I'm saying that
You've seen that thing? You know Ed
Oh my
Miliband? Sorry.
What?
This is quite funny. You've seen that video? It's Ed Miliband and he's on the street and these girls come up to him and they go, "What are you saying, Ed?" And he goes,
Oh.
"I'm saying hi." There you go.
What are you saying, Isaac?
saying hi.
Yeah, it's really funny that. I like that. Anyway, go for it, mate.
I'll give it a few listens, and I was just like, it felt like, I don't know, just another like indie band just trying to like get through, and it just sounded not the same, because obviously there was definitely some standout ones in there, like Are You Bored Yet? Obviously
Everyone knows that's a banger, to be fair.
it's banger, and Scrawny like straight after. I was like,
You love Squad.
it is a banger. So those two, I was like, yeah, I will put them on the playlist. But then I was getting towards the end, and I was just like, I kind of getting a bit bored. I was like, I could stick Mac DeMarco back on to listen to Lennon's.
Fair play.
Beef.
No, well, we'll get on to Mac DeMarco in a minute.
God.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like it's one of those albums where you need to be in the mood.
Yeah.
Or it's on a playlist with other like
Mixed in with other stuff.
Then I can like listen to it, but it's like very like
That would definitely.
it's one mood. It's not like in like obviously whatever people say it's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
But like there's different moods in the songs.
Yeah,
do you know what I
fair
mean?
play,
Like
fair play.
fast paced other ones, and it's like I feel like most albums need that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it does need a bit of a
change.
I
break
will
in
admit,
between.
I did lose a little bit of concentration like towards the end, because I was really enjoying it at first. The first few songs
when
kick
you
it
were
off.
listening to it, did your mum come in and she was like, "Oh, are you bored yet?"
Oh my god,
I was like, yes.
Will,
Sorry.
I've never forgiven you for
There's
that
there's
one.
got to be one of those every time.
There
we
has
do
to
a
be fair.
podcast.
You are bringing the comedic value to it.
Exactly. you know, there's that whole joke about how there's like main characters in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am the comedic sidekick.
You know
Yeah.
what sidekick Isaac is? He's the one who goes like.
And
Like-
I can't stop doing that.
like.
Oh,
I
you
just
know who
don't
you're
know,
like.
You're like that guy, and he's like, he's just like cool.
You know
and
who's
I'm
just
like
like-
that. I'm like that guy from
Like.
Hyde Henry, the one who goes, I don't know, and he's fucking.
I don't know. I know
Beefy
that.
Bert or something.
Beefy Bear. What a guy.
Anyway, what's your rating?
I'd
out
give
of 10?
it. No, I'll go down middle. I'll go 5.
Five.
You know what? If you did anything under a 5, I'd feel a bit heartbroken.
Oh.
It's not.
I was gonna go for a 4.5.
It's not under a 5.
I was gonna go for a 4.5, but then I was like, the two bangers.
Are
pull
You
it
Bored
above
Yet
the
and
line.
Scrawny really push it?
They
above the
push it
line.
above the line. But if they went on there, it would be a 4.5, definitely.
What do you think of Sidelines? Because I think that's like the same kind of vibe as those two.
Yeah, I did. Those 3 in a line was like
Yeah.
it picked up, and
That's
then
when I
I
liked
think
it.
my expectations went up, and then they just went down. Do you know what I mean?
Fair
Do you know
play.
what I mean?
There are some bangs on there. Anyway, let's get on to
I will introduce
yeah,
my album, which
mac
is
and cheese.
MC DeMarco. Mac DeMarco.
MC DeMarco on the mic.
It is his fourth album titled Another One.
Another one.
Oh my god,
Sorry.
stop it. Released in 2015. I think up to that point when it came out, people were a little bit underwhelmed because his big hitter, which was called Salad Days, came out in 2014, and then the year after, another one came out, and I think people felt like it was kind of a B-side to
Oh,
the tracks off of
was he
Salad
on? Was
Days.
he on the
were-
peak? So it kind of just like came
yeah,
down.
it drops a little bit, less energy to it than
Yeah.
Salad Days and his previous album too. But I do really like the kind of mellow mood to it, and there's a few more energetic ones in there too to mix it up. Isaac, what are you thinking?
I am thinking it is a top album. I did quite enjoy it because I am a sucker for what's it called, like the chill vibes. Like I'm a big fan of Easy Life. I like all the chill vibes. What's that album I recommended to you? The one that was in HMV for like £3. It's got-
Bad Sounds.
Yeah, Bad Sounds, things like that. I'm a big fan of things like that. And I was like, Mac DeMarco, I've listened to a few tunes. But I have come to the conclusion that if I am going to listen to Mac DeMarco, I can't put him on a playlist. It has to be the whole album through.
Really?
Because
Have you seen what Mac DeMarco looks like? What the fuck is that?
Mate.
It looks like a fucking bin man or some shit.
Oh.
Nah, that's weird. It looks
Oh,
weird.
leave him alone.
Sorry, that's
Mate,
not
watch
right.
some Mac DeMarco funny moments.
Nah,
I'm not even kidding. He's actually a nice guy, but
He looks like.
he got in a bit of funny business with like some Nancy stuff, but
Ooh.
it's all cleared up now. He's
Okay,
not a nonce.
guys.
It's not
Ooh.
a nonce. There were some underage kids at a party that they weren't meant to be at,
Oh god.
and his friend did some weird stuff.
Oh,
But we don't talk about that.
Mark.
We talk about Isaac's feelings.
Alright, yeah,
My
go on then, carry on.
feelings.
Sorry, I interrupted you quite a lot there. Sorry.
Yeah, I think if I listen to Mac DeMarco, it has to be on an album, like because I feel like I don't know, it like swings together quite well. So I was like, I quite like listening through an album because I don't do that much with Mac DeMarco because I just get a playlist off you. But I did like the flow of it. I think my favourite one was Nova Heart. That is a tune. I was like just sat there on my bed practicing my theory for my driving lessons. I was like, oh yeah, I'm vibing to this. I put it on about 3 times over. I did it with both, but I was just like, yeah, I've got to sink into it. Do you know what I mean?
Fair point.
To
Well-
be fair, the way that I got into Mac was literally the playlist on Spotify. This is Mac DeMarco. I just played it over and over again, just listening to hours of Mac DeMarco. But now I'm finally like getting into the individual albums, so I can,
Yeah.
you know.
When we were listening to him earlier, I thought he had a bit of a John Lennon vibe to his voice. Did you get that? When he had a bit of a nasally voice, I thought, do you know what? A bit of a John Lennon vibe going here. Maybe if I listen to it properly, I might actually like it a bit more. But he were alright, weren't he? He looks like he's a gardener at a garden centre though.
Yeah, he does look a bit.
It's put me off in that.
He is
Do
just
you
an
ever get
average
that?
guy.
Have you ever not looked at what somebody looks like in a band and then you look at them and it puts you off?
I guess.
Right, when I didn't know who the vaccines were, I'd
Yeah.
never looked at him. Then I looked at him and I found out they were like a 5-piece and they all looked like hippies and I was like,
Really. You know what? I'll tell you something.
But now I'm back on alright.
The first Vaccines album I bought was the second one, Come of Age.
Yeah.
I thought they were a girl band.
Yeah.
You know, because of the cover.
Yeah, I know, because they're just girls.
No,
aren't
I
they?
actually thought.
Did you actually?
When I listened to it, I was like,
Really,
surely it can't be
really
it.
low pitched voice.
yeah. I'm
He's-
not even. Oh, I was
Mac
dumb.
DeMarco's face reminds me. Remember Oscar the Grouch?
What?
Oscar the
This
from
is like
Sesame,
the most
from
obscure
Sesame,
reference I've ever
from
heard.
Sesame Street.
Is he the one who lives in bins?
Oh.
Yeah,
Let
he
me
does
get
look
a
a bit like a
picture,
bin.
let me get a
See, you're a bin man. I
Yeah.
told you, you're all laughing, but you know it.
Oh.
You secretly know it.
He's just an ordinary guy, though. Mac
Yeah, he
DeMarco.
looks- yeah,
He does
fair
all
play.
this stuff like DIY at home.
DIY, I told you, he looks like a gardener.
Oh my, no,
Yeah, he
not
does
like
look
Do you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
he does look
yeah,
like
a
the
bit.
Sesame Street
Like his
bin
face.
man.
Put that up on the screen now, future me.
Okay, guys.
Yes, I know.
No, he's just an ordinary guy. You should watch like one of his live sets. They are weird, man. Especially his guitarist looks like a 70s porn star. It's right funny. Put a picture of him up on screen as well.
Oh, do you know
future
who
me.
doesn't fit into a band? Speaking of like people in bands that just look weird,
Go on.
I think he plays bass in Catfish, right? He wears like a flat cap and he just looks like a 40-year-old
He's
man.
the-
No,
he's
that's
the-
the guitarist.
I thought
No,
you were
is he the
drummer.
guitarist? No, he's not. He's
They're all
definitely
the
not.
same. They all look
No,
weird.
he's definitely not the drummer, right? I think it is the guitarist. He wears
Yeah.
glasses, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
he's
he
got
has
like
a
an
flat cap,
afro.
yeah. He looks like a 40-year-old. No, not the afro guy, does he? No, the other guy. Anyway,
He looks like Jerry Cinnamon.
Yeah, he just literally. Oh, can we just talk about Jerry Cinnamon?
Oh my god, talk
stick
about
on one
figure.
thing.
Okay, I'll talk about this guy first. I just think his whole 40-year-old man vibe just does not fit Catfish in the Bottom End at all. They're like little girls band, aren't they? Like, all the girls love him. Then you just got this little 40-year-old
Yeah.
man. Don't like it.
Like Jerry Cinnamon.
Yeah, like Jerry Cinnamon, right? Oh God, there's something about Jerry Cinnamon. He makes me feel sick, right? Whose haircut is that disgusting?
Oh, it's pretty
His
dirty.
haircut makes me feel ill, right?
Trim is
And that's why I can't listen to him because I can't physically do it.
I don't like his accent.
Neither do I.
I don't
Pisses me
like
off.
it.
I do like
He
it.
was like, I like to sing to his song in a Scottish accent, and I'm like,
Ah, wee laddie.
Me,
just people in
I
general.
don't know, I just quite like it, like the acoustic in the Scottish accent. I mean, I'm not a fan of Lewis Capaldi, but
He doesn't sing with an accent though.
No, he sings.
He
like
just sings
more-
in a shit pop voice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking hell.
I think some people can pull it off. I think the Chats from Australia, because obviously they're kind of a jokey band.
Yeah.
Very, very strong accents. But I don't know.
Fontaines.
Yeah, Fonte. Yeah, his voice does get a little bit annoying after a while.
It's like it fits with like the mood of the album, though, doesn't it? Like
yeah, I guess so. Who else? What are they called? And I would walk 500 miles.
No, I don't know what they're called, but I know you're on
Everyone
about.
just knows that one song.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Are they all like fat old men?
probably now. Yeah.
They seem like it. Alright, do you want me to tell you something else that really pissed me off earlier, right?
Yeah.
I was just watching I was on Instagram, I had a video, and it was fucking, somebody said, it was sorry, I'm fucking, this sounds bad.
You're dragging it on here.
No, I'm just right. There was a girl listening to Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High by Arctic Monkeys, right? And she said, awkward when the Beatles' whole career is worse than this one song. She had the cheek to say that Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High is better than the whole of the Beatles' career.
Mate, that's disgusting.
I know. Just can't believe it's just muggy, that, innit?
Why would you say anything like that, though?
Literally, right.
That's just such a dumb statement.
You literally, like, imagine if the Beatles didn't exist. What would the Arctic Monkeys be? Would they even exist?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm more of a fan of Arctic Monkeys, but I can appreciate the Beatles and all that.
Yeah, no, but
you've got to appreciate.
They're not better than that one song is definitely not better.
Exactly. But I just don't. You can't fucking say that song is better than the whole career when that song has come from their whole career, technically, hasn't it? Like the whole fucking genre.
You can have your opinion and say Arctic Monkeys are better than the Beatles. You can even say they're way better than the Beatles. That's your opinion. But don't be saying shit like that. That's just attention seeking.
You've still got to respect them, haven't you?
She's asking for fucking people to send a death threat.
Oh, do you know what? People were actually agreeing in the comments as well. But then some person was like, you know that old Star Wars meme when it's like the ability to speak does not make you intelligent or whatever. So I'll give it a like because fair play. But nah, even the song she picked as well, Why Do You Only Come When You're High, such like a basic,
you could have picked like I don't know,
it's something off the first or second.
Anything or like No Buses or Despair, Departure Lounge or Cigarette Smoker.
Oh, the Bakery.
Yeah, innit.
A B-side.
Innit, but they picked fucking Why Do You Only Come When You're High.
Anything off AM, just that statement
like,
cannot be true at
literally,
all.
If you bum off any song off AM, it's just embarrassing, innit?
It is pretty dirty, mate.
Like, give it a rest, mate.
But are you a No Buses or a Despair and Departure Lounge person? Because I think that says a lot about someone, you know.
I know what you are. You're a No Buses, aren't you?
I am a No
Lennon,
Buses.
you're No Buses as well, aren't
Correct.
you? I'm Despair in the Departure Lounge. It's got a special place in my heart. I love it.
It's good. No, it's good. It is good.
They're both really good.
I love them both.
Really
They're like twins, aren't they? I always think of them as twins.
Yeah, they belong together.
Yeah, and then Cigarette Smoker Fiona is that older brother.
Oh.
Yes,
but like,
first.
not that it's better, just like it's that older brother. I really like that as well. Those three are fucking brilliant.
Who the fuck are Arctic Monkeys is Dead Nan?
It's just alright.
No, I'll tell you what is a Dead Nam. View from the Afternoon. That does not belong on that.
Oh, it doesn't belong on that.
I like that song, but on that, it's the Dead Nan.
Why is it even on there?
Literally.
It came out after the album.
Literally, I don't get why. I just don't get why.
That's pretty dumb, mate.
I guess it's just because it's an opener, innit? And they just get maybe.
To be fair, I can see where they're coming from. Like, oh, let's just get our big song and just slam it on.
Oh. You always have to ruin it by coughing.
In it, I hope everyone can hear that.
You know what? I just held in my cough for like a 2-minute period of time.
Yeah, but your mum did ring you.
Yeah, but that's not my fault.
But did you ruin the whole flow of the podcast because your mum rang you?
Well, is it my fault that
Have I coughed and has my mum rang me? No.
Did you feed the cats?
No. Did you feed the cats, Lennon?
They should be able to feed themselves by now. They all have thumbs, don't they?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know cats don't have thumbs? That's something I bet you didn't know, Isaac.
Yeah.
You do? Well,
No.
fucking...
I knew dogs didn't.
What?
Obviously.
Yeah, I know, but I
Oh,
thought.
what? But cats did? You're a fucking twat.
Oh, they got that one.
Honestly. Anyway, that was biggest off rails completely.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
it
would
was.
give Mac DeMarco a 7.
Yeah, fair play.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We've done alright, haven't we? But
And now to dampen the mood a little bit.
to dampen the mood. Oh, hang on. Before we dampen the mood, should we just have a look back at our songs before? What do you reckon was our best three albums that we've put up so far on episode 5?
How do you mean?
Like
I reckon-
collaboratively.
Like collaboratively, all the 3 albums. I think it was the first time we ever did it.
Yeah.
I think Call Me Out, whatever the Boy Pablo one's called,
Yeah.
and the Viola Beach one.
Or maybe swap out the Viola Beach for what's the name? That one that.
Hey?
Oh my god. Sales.
Oh yeah, but Isaac, I was thinking of one
Yeah,
that we
you
like
don't
in
know.
each, because then obviously I'd just be the best.
Alright.
You fucking donkey.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think Viola Beach album's quite good.
It was
I like that album. It is a fucking. I think it's underrated.
It's a good album. I've listened to it like after we've done all this, and it's still.
Yeah.
Which ones have I
But
actually?
that Boy Pablo album's sick.
No, it's
I thought that was a really.
I've
cool
listened
album.
to be fair, the only ones I haven't listened to is. Which ones I haven't listened to? I've listened.
Like, this week,
Klaxon. Oh,
This week, don't really
Klaxons.
the
The
Klaxons.
hidden.
Wait, do you remember when we were gonna do Klaxons?
Why is everyone
He doesn't like
disturbing us
Klaxons.
today?
Sorry, guys.
Oh, who's dying?
We'll have to cut that bit out. Fucking twat.
Oh,
I'll
right.
keep it in. Actually, I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Right, let's
Um,
actually.
Let's dampen the mood. Let's talk about something. Well, actually, is it dampen the mood?
It's just kind of a bit controversial, really.
It's a bit controversial.
So, we are going to be going scientific, boys.
there you go.
We are going
Get
to be
your nose
talking
up.
about the human genome.
Whoa!
Yes, I know.
What is that? I hear you ask.
Right, so I've got some fun facts to tell you all. So, pretty much in 1990, scientists set out to map the human genome.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I just fell asleep.
Sorry, who asked?
I don't remember asking that.
Oh.
No, sorry, carry on. Carry on.
Right, so
I will listen.
we'll start again.
No, let's carry on.
No,
That's
carry
how
on
keep it
from
in.
there.
Kind of
I
funny.
lost the flow.
Kind of funny, isn't it?
I lost
Right,
the flow.
start again then. Go on. First
Right, so starting in 1990, scientists set out to.
what are you
the
doing?
fuck are you doing?
Which bit you're reading? That bit.
He's doing it in a funny order. He's doing it funky, you twat.
Oh, I thought you were. I was gonna say, where's he going?
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
if you want me to read it how it is on screen, the first human genome mapping took $2.7 billion and almost 15 years to complete, starting in 1990. I bet you don't know what mapping the human genome is, do you, Isaac?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right, whatever. So apparently now, genome sequencing and analysis actually costs around $1,400. So that is just a drastic drop in price. Obviously, as the years have gone by, technology has become more advanced and we've learned how to do things more efficiently. But it can help to diagnose and treat diseases, including genetic conditions, and it can even predict them as well. So in that sense, it's very useful. But all this leads to the ethical question of, should we edit the genomes of our children, our future children? So obviously the biggest pro here is that scientists can hopefully cure hereditary diseases such as cystic fibrosis and muscular dystrophy.
I know what that one is.
Bit of a
It's
mouthful,
science,
that.
innit?
Not gonna lie.
So I did in GCSE.
Yeah, which is obviously genetic,
Disorder.
and without genome editing is pretty much impossible to cure, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it is. I think you just
Yeah.
have to have treatment and you can never go, I
Yeah.
don't think.
But there is.
Someone's been cured of AIDS, you know.
Really?
One person's been successfully cured of AIDS a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I guess
No.
it's technically then curable.
If you had one cure for AIDS, would you go back in time and save Freddie Mercury, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you only have one cure for AIDS, and then imagine this, you come back, your dad's got AIDS.
Your dad's been
You come back, your
bumming.
dad's got AIDS.
Lennon's dad's
Yeah,
been
but
bumming.
can he sing Bohemian Rhapsody?
Exactly. Can you play it as a keyboard?
So,
Turns out Lennon's dad's been bumming the college.
Oh dear.
something wrong with you, mate.
No, carry on.
But the big con is it's unnatural, and some even argue that diseases are natural. So why would we? I was about to say fiddle with.
Stop fiddling
This
with
is
my
a-
jeans, man.
I don't know, should we fucking... What is this we're going on about here? We're
You're
not on
fiddling
the
with my
right
jeans.
one.
Isaac, stop fiddling with my jeans.
You just can't listen for more than 5
I
minutes.
know you got a
Isaac.
fucking 1 second attention span. I know exactly what's being said.
For people listening, he's picked up the pack of cards already.
Yeah,
Just
he's
shuffling.
not
I had
giving
to-
his
I had
hands
to
the
re-
whole podcast, you know.
I had that.
You're fucking broken,
I'm
you.
some of that, and then I had...
Bet your mum would change your fucking jeans. Hope something goes a bit better.
Get rid of
Nah.
ADHD.
I just have a finger on it.
Nah, to be fair, just a quick question that's kind of linked to this. Do you know, like, ADHD and Down syndrome?
Yeah.
Right, so people think that, like, that's kind of, like, part of their identity and stuff. So,
Mhm.
like, for example, obviously the diseases and stuff, like, what will they be talking about?
Cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, even though that's like a hard thing to live with, like a lot of people like make friends through that, don't they? With
Yeah,
other people
definitely.
who've got it and stuff. So I can see in a way how like that's your identity.
Yeah, well,
And,
there's communities as well, you know, of people with the
Exactly,
same disease
and you're like,
stuff.
you want to make this like perfect race. Do you know what I mean? You're kind of getting into some dodgy Hitler territory here,
Yeah,
aren't
that's
you? Like,
another thing I read was genetic racism, actually, that could be a big issue. Obviously, they're trying to create a perfect human.
yeah, because isn't there a thing about how the most desired skin colour of a baby is like a mixed race baby? Because like that could come into play, and then like that is like pretty much like some form of racism, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, because you just don't want the other
Like you want the perfect race. Like there is no perfect race, is there?
Think about like test tube babies, the hate that they get, and imagine just being like, yeah, I was genetically modified.
Do you map like the genetics before they come out?
What?
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think this? Oi.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure.
Isaac has just. Did you think this whole thing meant when they were born?
No,
they
I
then
knew. No.
changed what they were like? That's called plastic surgery.
No, I knew that. I'm just making sure that I was on right lines.
Yeah, so before they're born, they
yeah.
get the cells.
Yeah, I was just making.
change
Yeah, I knew that. I was just trying to make sure I was on right lines.
Fucking hell, Isaac.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not right. It's bulbing shot.
It's very, very confusing to think about, like all the things that. I don't know, it's like kind of balanced out. There's so many good things about it, but then so many cons as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, is it fair to say that something is better? Because if you think about it, getting rid of these diseases and stuff is pretty much saying that people with these diseases are like imperfect people.
Yeah, not good enough.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and like, that's a bit fucked up, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it prolongs
I guess
life,
it depends on the severity that I say it.
Yeah.
That is a word.
Of the like how bad it is.
I mean, if you've got cystic fibrosis, I'm not sure it's going to be just alright and then really bad.
No, I'm on about like autism.
I think it's just really
I'm on about like
We can't
autism.
we can't get rid of that.
What?
Because this alters genetics, right?
No, autism is a genetic disease.
No, it's not a disease.
It is. Sure.
It's not a disease.
Autism's not a disease. I don't know what the thing is.
I swear. No, because I swear. It's
Hey Siri, what is autism?
Here's some information.
It's like a disorder. It's to do with the brain, I think.
Yeah, it's
I don't think your parents' genes has anything
It's
to do
like
with it.
ADHD and that.
Unless maybe it does. I don't really
No,
know.
I think it is from
Yeah, like ADHD, I think is.
Yeah,
Like
but you either born without it or with it. You can't just pick it up. Like I couldn't walk down the road.
Yeah, I know, but
in
it's
10
different.
years.
I don't think it comes from your genetics. I don't know though. Now I'm confused about myself.
Yeah.
I don't think it. I don't
But
think
I
it is
don't-
genetics.
I don't know if you can. No, because genetics, right, is like DNA and shit.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't think like ADHD, for example, comes from your DNA.
No, because
I think it's just like how your brain is formed and stuff.
Well, I guess Tom from Kasabian only just got like what's it
You know, like
called?
really
Diagnosed.
mild.
He only just got diagnosed with ADHD, but he probably must have had it from a
Well,
while.
yeah, you have it. You always have it. It's
Yeah.
just you don't know, do you? If it's
Yeah,
like
so
mild.
it is genetic.
I don't know.
Because
man.
if you've always had it, then you have it from birth.
Yeah,
Therefore,
but do
it's
you
genetic.
get it from your like X and Y genes?
It must be like bloodline.
no, because you.
It's like our
You
mate
don't
who's got
No,
like
because two people can have a child that has Down syndrome without them having Down syndrome.
that's to do with you got more chance of having Down syndrome
No, but I don't
child
know. Yeah,
later
because
down
you're
the
talking
line.
about like
with
recessive
age.
genes and stuff, but I don't know if recessive genes work like that.
I think it's like a small. It's like 1 in whatever in it for Down syndrome, but that increases.
That's chrome. No, we know what Down syndrome
Yeah,
is.
but
It's having an extra chromosome.
But this
and
thing
that
where
doesn't come from genes.
if you have a kid later on, like down the line, let's say you're 50 and you somehow have a kid, you have a way higher chance of having a Down syndrome child because you're older.
Yeah.
I know that, so therefore it's something to do with age. So if you had a kid at like 16 or 20, you're gonna have like almost a 0% chance of having a Down syndrome child.
Anyway.
Right, just before we carry on, I've got like the kind of definitive kind of answer. So it's technically not from your genes, it's just when your cells are forming to create you, it's just an error where it creates 3 copies instead of 2 copies, right?
Right.
So it doesn't matter if your parents have it or not, it's literally just like your body being formed.
Right.
For example, you know when you have cancer,
Yep.
You don't get cancer from your dad, do you? You get it because your cells.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the way your cells mutate.
Pretty much. That's cancer. So it's literally just like you might form 3 by accident, and that's when you'd get Down syndrome, for example.
Right. So back to the original ethical dilemma.
What was the original? I've completely.
Right.
The original
So
ethical.
I will
Go for
say
it.
right. I want to hear an answer from you boys, if you can think of one. Do you think it's right to be able to edit kids' genes? Do you think? Would you do it? So say if you had cystic fibrosis and you had a kid, or you were having a kid, sorry, would you want to edit their genes so they didn't have cystic fibrosis?
Yeah, for you, Isaac, for example, you have cystic fibrosis and you know there's a high chance that means your child might get it, and you're planning to have a child. Do you go and physically change the genes so that they don't have that?
Yeah, I would, because it gives you a physical disadvantage in life, because you have like these unorderly things that might prevent you from getting jobs and making more out of life.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, I don't know, it's prejudice in a way, isn't it? That people look at him and they go, well, he's got a massive problem with whatever, he's not going to be good enough. A isn't going to be good as B because B's got nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just like, isn't it something to do with autistic people are really good with numbers compared to other things? Well, they can be.
I think that's a...
But still, they'd take the other person because he doesn't have autism. Do you know what I mean? It's just like...
Yeah, because obviously there's pros and cons to hiring someone with that, because obviously like a person, like even someone who has less qualifications, like some autistic people can just have outbursts and stuff, and that's obviously not efficient for some areas of work, is it?
But I guess if I were to say, it's not like just because of that being the case. I mean, as in, we'll get rid... If eventually we could get rid of all cases of autism, Down syndrome, things like that, it obviously, it sounds bad, but society would develop because those people who would have had it would have a better chance of life.
Yeah, but do you think that's right? I feel like that's wrong. I've watched this guy on YouTube before whose like stepson or whatever has autism, right? And like that's just like part of his life. Like that is what defines that kid's personality. We don't know if that kid would probably be completely different without ADHD or whatever.
Yeah, I guess, but
whatever he's diagnosed.
I mean, it's just like if you were gonna have a kid and you said, and he was like, oh, he's gonna be autistic, would you be like, and let's say they just give you this option to get rid of it, would you do that? Just because you could, because it'd make your life easy. They wouldn't have to look after them as much. And also...
I know, but is that fair for me to say, yeah, I don't want my kid to have ADHD because it's a burden on me?
No, not just but I mean, it's like their personality, innit? Like...
That's why I think I wouldn't do it, because it's that, like, people form a personality through autism. Like, it literally makes you behave differently. That's forming a personality, realistically, isn't it?
I think I would agree with Isaac.
That's a first.
Especially if it's... it not in the way that it would be selfish to make my life easier, but in the way that I'd want theirs to be the best it could be. Especially if it was something like cystic fibrosis, which is just absolutely extremely hard to work with.
It's definitely a really shit thing to have.
Yes. So yeah, I think I would, even though it'd cost a shitload of money.
It probably would. And maybe one day we'll get to a stage where you just pick out what your baby even looks like. Yeah. You go, what baby do you want?
Hopefully not.
No. That is the point where...
A mixed race kid with green eyes and blonde curly hair.
Yeah, but then they'd be like... You could pick how their mouth and eyes would turn out, and they've just been ugly people.
Yeah, but surely eventually that could happen.
But I wouldn't want that. If I were to have a kid, I'd want them to come out like me and my other half. But if I could get rid of the disadvantages that they'd have in life, like autism or Down syndrome,
or like
cystic fibrosis, I'd do that.
Cystic fibrosis and stuff is like more acceptable to like say you don't want to have that. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like
an extra limb.
ADHD is like what?
Only in Rotherham.
No, like, an extra limb.
You know what I mean?
Who the hell's ever born with an extra limb?
Like fingers.
I've never.
That's not.
They're not limbs. That's your arms and legs.
Yeah, but I mean, Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean there?
An
Well,
extra
at least that guy
finger.
with 3 legs, but that's weird.
Yeah,
that.
but do you not think that? Do you not think that having an extra finger is just like what makes you part of your personality?
It depends where it is. If it's
Apparently-
like Ian,
apparently
then you'd be
Am-
fucking
Apparently, you know
wouldn't
Anne
you?
Boleyn, one of Henry VIII's wives.
Yeah, she had 6
Apparently, she
fingers.
had an extra pinky. Yeah, that's kind of
Yes.
cool, isn't it?
But, I don't
Probably
know.
not in them times. You'd be branded as a witch.
I
Yeah.
think she was a witch.
Yeah, she got killed, didn't she?
I don't think she got killed for being a witch.
Divorced,
I think she-
beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
I think she just got. That was Catherine of Aragon, I think, who survived, or maybe not. I don't know.
All right, I think we've strayed far enough from the.
We always stray
conversation
far
now.
and wide.
We
That's
always
what we talk
do.
about.
Let us know, guys, in the comments what your opinion on
Let us know, guys.
genetic editing
Jesus
is.
Christ.
Let us end it here.
Well,
I ain't got a funny joke to end it on today, you know.
hello, one viewer that is listening.
Yeah.
We are ending our podcast.
We're gonna end our podcast.
We'll see you just you because we don't have a fan
Yeah,
base
just you.
next week.
Yeah. Right, folks. It's been a pleasure as always. We talked about some quality stuff. We've dived into some stupid shit. But thanks for listening, and see you all next time. Remember, something about being alone together.
No, we're all alone together.
Together. 3, 2, 1. Together.
Together.
3, 2, 1.
Together.